Pagtapos po ng 54 matches, yung grueling group stages and the beginning of your elimination round, ito na po, semi-final matchup as we are about to give you Kaya Signal FC taking on the Loyola Meralco Sparks. And in our second match, itong rematch ng last year's UFL Cup Championship, Philippine Air Force Phoenix taking on Global FC. Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Ako po si Aaron Atayde. Kasama natin ngayon si Ryan Phoenix and Rick Olivares here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. And Rick, we're expecting a very, very good day of football between these four clubs.
Tama ko, Aaron, no? Pero hindi lang good football eh. This day signifies a change, a possible change dito sa mga football powers. Yung mga traditional powers tulad ng Kaya at ng Loyola, no? Nandyan yung global, papasok na. Lalaban sila dito sa mga Air Force. Ito, importante para sa Loyola para magpakitang gilas.
All right, Ryan, this is a very big game kung there's powers at stake here. This is also a very emotional match.
Well, I don't know about you guys, pero ako napaka-excited for today's game. Biruin mo, magkakaalamanan, magkakasubukan na. These are four good teams with four favorite players of mga Azgals natin. Kung dati kasi win or go home, ngayon, win and go to the final.
Yan.
Yan. Alright, so
Yan.
tingnan naman natin kung paano dumating dito ang Kaya Signal FC.
Well, Kaya Signal, pakita natin mamaya sa lower left-hand side ng bracket natin, they won 2-0 against Nomads, against Team Dagroh. Tapos sa last game, they won 3-0 against Nomads naman.
Alright, so tingnan naman natin kung paano naman dumating dito ang Loyola Meralco Sparks.
Aaron, yung high-octane offense ng Loyola, 14-0 defeat of Sunken Garden United. Tapos pagdating sa quarterfinals, 2-1 lang laban sa tough Stallion FC.
Both of these teams po nagdagdag na maraming key players sa lineup nila in the last signing period. And let's take a look at four players that really stand out. At sila po yung mga key matchups natin for today. Tignan naman natin ngayon, James Younghusband and Anton Del Rosario, both of course of the national team.
James Younghusband, a very good playmaker with a good nose for the ball, no? Magaling siya maglagay para sa kanyang mga forwards na si Mark Hartman at yung brother niya na si Phil Younghusband.
Alright, so Ryan, tignan naman natin Anton Del Rosario.
But Anton wearing the captain's armband ngayon, he's a right back pero he's setting up the offense for Kaya FC. At let's look out for those monster throw-ins ni Anton Del Rosario.
These two players po, very, very familiar with each other and they will be going up against each other. Who will win this one, Rick?
Well,
In this matchup between James Younghusband and the defending Anton Del Rosario, who do you think has the upper hand?
well, at this point, I think that Anton is a little more versatile, no? But that's not to take anything away from James. Si James is a very, very scrappy player. Never say die yan, hindi magpapatalo yan. Only 1 goal scored in this tournament so far, pero he is always a threat para sa Loyola.
Alright, so tignan naman natin yung parehong strikers ng parehong koponan. Phil Younghusband and Nate Berkey, very good goal scorers. And Rick, let's start with Phil.
Nako, nakita natin over the last weekend, nagpakitang gilas na si Phil Younghusband at napuri sa Amerika. He is a dangerous scorer, 22 goals in this competition, and he can score with either foot. Napakahirap tablayin yan.
Ryan, tignan naman natin. Coming out party nga daw ito ni Nate Berkey.
Nate Berkey scoring 9 goals so far sa UFL Cup. Alam mo, malaking mama tong si Nate Berkey. So that's what Kaya will try to use dahil sa kanyang size and his heft.
Alright, so kung kanina tinanong natin si Rick kung sinong mas may advantage in between James Younghusband and Anton Del Rosario, Ryan, for you, between Phil Younghusband and Nate Berkey, who has the upper hand?
Well, sa goals pa lang, titingnan natin. Phil has 22 goals. Nate has 9 goals. Those are very, very high numbers. But from that statistic alone, you can see that Phil is really a goal-scoring machine. So I wouldn't bet against Phil scoring today.
4.5 po per game ang goals average ni Phil Younghusband. And we'll cut to a break. Pero pagkabalik po namin dito sa Active, your starting 11 and the formations, UFL Cup semifinals, dito lang po sa Active. Balik po tayo dito sa Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Semifinals action po dito between Kaya Signal FC and the Loyola Meralco Sparks. Very, very intense matchups we have for you today. Of course, sa second match po, maglalaban na Global FC at ang Philippine Air Force FC. Of course, that is a rematch of last year's finals. And a lot of people po nagsasabi na that would have been the finals if not for the seeding. And the same thing for our first match. Kaya and Loyola, very capable of going into the finals.
Siguro, Aaron, magdadagdag ako dun sa preamble natin kanina, yung sinabi natin, the emergence of the new powers dito, no? Yun yung Loyola, kasi dati Loyola, middle of the pack lang yan. Ang Kaya, kasama ng Pasargad at Air Force, yun yung mga traditional powers dito. Pero yung global, last year, ang ganda na pinakita, napakaraming panalo in terms of championships and silverware. This year, Loyola making a lot of noise na
Yes.
panahon na nila.
Yes, and they made very big name signing. You know,
Yes.
they got, of course, marami po silang kinuha dyan ng mga national players. But the same thing din po para sa Kaya. Di ba, Ryan?
Well, they really strengthened off-season. They got Jason Sabio just to strengthen their defense. Tapos sa opensa, yung kanilang problema dati sa lack of scoring options, nilagay nila si Nate Berkey and sinagot naman sila with 9 goals so far.
All right, so we'll send it down now to our stadium announcer for our protocol here for the semifinals ng UFL Cup.
Match is between Kaya Signal FC and Loyola Meralco Sparks FC. Now let's meet the players of Loyola Meralco Sparks FC. Number 18, David Cortina. Number 11, Roxy Dorlas. Number 22, Eliseo Fabroada. Number 23, Mark Hartman. Number 3, Matthew Hartman. Number 12 from Negros Oriental, Jake Moralio. The captain is
Loyola
number
Meralco
4.
Sparks po, as you can see, the crowd of the Sparks are here, and despite a very clean sheet po ng Meralco going all throughout the group stages, pati po elimination ng huling match, ang dami na po nilang yellow.
Naku, naparusahan sila dun sa laban sa Stallion. And they are missing their starting keeper na si Ref Quaresma. Nakikita natin itong lineup. Ang nawawala lang si Quaresma. They will be running a 4-4-2 attack formation with a diamond in the midfield. Jake Moralio playing the attacking mid position.
Alright, tignan naman po natin ang Kai Signal. Of course, you see Nate Berkey, Eric Dagroh, and the rest of Kaya getting ready to get onto the field. And Ryan, this is a very, very good team. Underestimated sila pagpasok dito sa laban natin, but they are very capable of winning this match.
Very capable. At makita natin sa starting 11. Actually, I want to point out, 2 people here. Una-una, ang kanilang number 1 starting goalkeeper bumalik na. After a 6-game suspension by the UFL, he's going to be starting on goal. At sino mga kalaban nila? The potent attack of Loyola Meralco Sparks. And I will tell you now, the back 4 of Romero, Sabio, Semblat, and Anton Del Rosario will have their hands full today because ang kalaban nila is a very potent attack of Loyola Meralco Sparks.
So, pwede natin sabihin, of course, laban ba to ng very good offense versus very good defense? Can you say that, Rick?
Well, I think they have both very good offenses. It's really what will happen today. It will come down to the battle of the midfield. Whoever controls that midfield will win the game.
Ryan, what do you think?
I would predict a very high-scoring game today because yung opensa ng, especially for Loyola, is really just on fire. And napigil lang ng konti against the Stallion na defense. Alam mo, that's a very important thing. Will Kaya use the tactic of Stallions, which is to really have physical play to stop Loyola's attack?
Umuulan po dito sa Rizal Memorial Stadium. The pitch is a little bit wet, pero hindi tulad ng mga ibang matches na nakita natin dito sa Rizal Memorial, like yung Air Force versus Manhor match na buhos ng buhos po yung ulan. It's just a little damp on the field, and we will show you our weather graphic in just a little bit as parehong koponan showing some sportsmanship to start out the match. But I tell you now, both of these teams will not be smiling in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Oo. As of this moment, tigil muna yung pagiging national teammate natin. For club muna.
Oo. Of course, whoever wins here will move on to the finals at makakalaban nila yung winner ng laban natin mamaya with Global and Philippine Air Force. And that match will be on Saturday. But of course, we have 90 minutes of action po. The 4 remaining teams here in the UFL Cup about to take on each other, and it will be a very good match.
Definitely, at these important thing to note, no, both these teams are undefeated. Lahat ng games nila puro panalo. So at the end of this game, meron silang may isang team na matatalo. Unfortunately, we have to one team has to lose.
Yes.
That's the cup competition for you.
Ayan po yung weather natin dito sa Rizal Memorial. 94% humidity dito. And not only are the players feeling it, pero pati kami. Nararamdaman namin yung humidity dito sa Rizal Memorial.
And in a few moments siguro kasamang Aaron, yung init ng laban mag-descend sa atin.
Rick, a very big thing here is, yun nga, wala yung top goalie ng Loyola Meralco Sparks. And for a position like this, Vorbeck, who is in goal for Loyola, will have a lot of pressure on him.
Definitely. But then again, he has a very good back four to protect him. That's the importance of having a very good back four. Doon nag-beef up ang Loyola in the off-season. But I think the common denominator for the two teams in this particular semi-final match and the one that will come later on is they all have national players. They have a bunch of national players.
Tignan natin tong Kaya Football Club. Of course, Ryan, pag-usapan natin yung strengths and weaknesses ng koponan natin na Kaya. They're very, very versatile, and of course, it is because of players like Anton Del Rosario that lead the way.
Well, example si Anton Del Rosario, he plays in defense, pero he's the one actually setting up the attack for the team ng Kaya FC ngayon. It's one good player to watch.
And of course, tignan naman natin itong, of course, Matt Hartman and Phil Young Husband just messing around right now with the ball as we take a look at their strengths.
Very experienced national players, not just in the Young Husbands and Hartmans, but kasama na rin si Roxy Dorlas at si Jake Moralio. At kagandahan nito, lumakas pa yung depensa nila.
Here we go. It is kickoff now in our first semi-final match. As you can see the water trailing behind the ball tuwing pinapasok po yung bola. So you can expect the passes to be a little bit slower and to tail off at the end of this. Am I correct, Rick?
Yes, it might be a little slower, but once it hits the pitch, it's expected to pick up some speed.
Anton Del Rosario, first free kick of the match.
Nice trap there by Roxy Dorlas.
And here come Loyola, looking for Mark Hartman.
They're very dangerous.
Dangerous position here. No, and it goes over the post.
Only in the first minute. Opportunity para sa Loyola. Yun yung sinasabi natin, yung high-octane offense. Pero Mark Hartman is playing yung shot, no?
Alam mo, kasamang Aaron, kasamang Rick, kung ito portent of things to come, uulan tayo ng goals ngayon. Hindi lang uulan sa weather, pati sa pitch, uulan ng goals.
Siguro kailangan ng keeper ng Kaya, payong. Kulang yung kapote.
Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in po para sa Loyola. Loyola, of course, in the bright orange. Kaya po, naka black and white jerseys as we are now in the back four po ng Kaya. What do you say? What do you say, Ryan?
Nabanggit kasi natin kanina off cam before the start of coverage na medyo mabagal ang start na Kaya. At they cannot afford that kind of start against a team like Loyola.
Loyola, of course, has been known for raining down a whole lot of goals. Nakalimutan nyo po yung unang laban ng Meralco dito sa group stages natin. 15-1 po, I believe, yes. A win over Team Socceroo.
Pero, as much as sinasabi ng mga ibang tao na itong Loyola, puro opensa, you can also look at it another way. The reason why the opponents are only scoring 3 goals, 3 conceded goals, maganda rin yung depensa.
And if 3 conceded goals is the benchmark, ang Kaya Signal, 3 conceded goals lang din. So you would have to say that
both of these teams match up very well on the defensive ends.
Definitely. Once, of course, when you have Anton Del Rosario there, no? Anchoring that defense, although from the right back position, ibang klase din yan. May sinasabi, may pupuntahan yan.
Here comes Kaya. Of course, Meralco looking for a foul there. And you can see Kaya just slowly working their offense. Di pa rin po sila nakakapasok sa last thirds ng field nila. Here's Eric Dagroh. Crossing. And it's cleared out. Oh, but it's taken away. Searching ball here coming for Kaya. Foul is called. Free kick po para sa Meralco.
You can see the attacking intent of both sides. End-to-end stuff. And the ball is moving very, very well on the wet pitch.
There's a stoppage on the play right now. Tignan natin itong tackle kanina. And there's may throwdown talaga eh.
Oh,
And that is
Prince
yeah.
Bowley.
That is automatic foul. Buti nga walang card na itawag doon. At paalala na natin, 4 po na sa starting 11 ng Loyola may card na. So they do not want to get into a physical match here. Kasi kung sakaling nanalo sila dito at nakuha pa sila ng isa pang yellow card, they will not be able to play in the finals against the winner between Global and Philippine Air Force.
I'd like to point out something. Do you know who attacked right there? It was Anton Del Rosario.
Yes.
Being very adventurous coming all the way from the defensive half of Kaya.
Alam mo, hindi tayo pinapahiya ni Anton. Kasi sabi natin, top coverage, talagang very versatile itong tao ito. Pinakita nga sa atin kanina.
Kaya looking for some offense. Nakuha ni James Young husband. Mark Hartman looking for Phil.
That's Jake Morales right there.
Moralio kicking it back to Phil Young husband. James finding Phil again. Kicking it in. It's so little too wide. Shaving the far post right there, Ryan.
Ang ganda ng turn ni Phil Young husband. And you can see that really the attacking intent is really there. Talagang Kaya FC has to really step up a notch. Sabi nga natin, yung back four nila is very, very susceptible. And they have to be very, very alert today. What a turn by Phil. And
Beautiful turn.
And alam mo, I just wonder how much of the Beckham magic is still here in this very field. And on that very same side na nag-score si Phil Young husband last Saturday.
Nate Berkey called for offsides.
Masyado mataas ang depensa ng Loyola. Ang problema dyan, if you're playing too high, if the attacking player is able to play that and be onside at the proper time, patay ka dyan.
Free kick for the Loyola Meralco Sparks. Searching ball for Mark Hartman. Dinoble ka agad ito si Mark Hartman. At nakuha ng Kaya signal and a counter-attack is in order for them. Anton Del Rosario. Long cross. Lexon Moy.
Earlier nasabi natin about James Young husband, no, that his versatility. Nakikita natin kasi when nasa England siya, naglalaro din siya ng right back position eh. So familiar din siya. Nakikita natin yung defensive tendencies niya dito sa laban na to at tumutulong siya sa defensive midfield position.
Anton Del Rosario in a good position looking for a cross. Header! Wide right.
By Nate Berkey.
Yes, pero may offside din yata na itawag doon. No, it's a goal kick for Loyola Meralco.
6 minutes into the game, nakita natin scoring chances for both teams. And talagang pinapakita nila yung kanilang offensive threats so far. And it's a good thing to mention, alam mo, kung itong football is a sport, itong sa nakita natin for both teams, there are so many sets of brothers there
Yes.
for both teams.
Lexon Moy looking for Eric Dagroh there. Flag is up. Offsides po, tawag sa Loyola Meralco Sparks. So it will be a free kick for Kaya Signal.
Of course, Phil Young husband, brothers James And we all know about the Hartman brothers. Pero sa kabilang side, there also the Del Rosario brothers of Anton. Saka si Arman. Arman is injured now. But he's ready to come on. Kung kailangan daw, sabi niya.
Boli. Ball is being headed around. Balik na naman sa Kaya. Nate Berkey, binalik ulit kay Eric Dagroh. And here comes, oh, there's a hard tackle. Tinulak si Fabroda.
For Loyola, probably Coach Kim is probably not happy about this. Kasi right now, hindi ma-establish ng Loyola yung kanilang midfield.
Oo.
Puro long ball. They're playing the long ball. Kasasabi lang natin, ayan na.
Hindi ka talaga pinahiya ni...
Kanina ka pa, Rick, ah.
They're cooperating with the panel.
Minsan-minsan na nangyayari yan. Kaya trying to swing it to the other side. Naghahanap ng butas dito sa midfield ng Loyola.
Yung pressure defense ng Loyola, medyo kulang ng konti.
Ball got away. Nate Berkey all over this field right now for Kaya. Lexon Moy. Here comes Boli. Into the box is Kaya. Ball is still alive. At may clearance na galing sa Loyola. Much to the delight of the crowd. And we have some good action so far to start out this match.
Parang after yung initial 2 shots on goal ng Loyola, itong Kaya naman yung umaatake. Simply because itong Loyola showing a lack of patience in their offense. Earlier, nung nakita natin yung supposed attempt ni Mark Hartman, hindi na binigay sa open na Phil Langasman.
Long ball, hinahanap uli ngayon ng isa pang striker ng Loyola Meralco Sparks.
Ang problema, yung best fit to throw in artist nasa Kaya.
Oo.
Si Jason Sabi at si Anton Del Rosario.
I believe that was Jake Moralio, who has possession now. Long cross cleared out by the header of Anton Del Rosario. And Kaya, naghahanap na naman ng counter-attack dito. Long ball. Hinahanap si Nate Berkey pero masyado malayo.
The problem with that style of play is it can get tiring kasi takbo kayo ng takbo at the same time. Frustrating siya para sa mga teammates mo.
At this point, who do you think is a little bit more pressured to get the first goal, Rick? Do you think that Kaya needs to score early or does Loyola need to show that they are the better club at this point?
For me, pareho lang, Aaron, no? Kasi ito, crucial talaga. Nakita natin yon even in the quarterfinals, yung naka-score agad yung Global, no? Versus Pachanga. Parang, ang laking, how do you say this, advantage yan. Diba? Parang tapos yung other team siya pa naghahabol. You don't want to be down.
Ryan, what about you?
Definitely whoever scores the first goal will be at an advantage. Naghihinam niya kailangan maghabol. But from the looks of it, pareho silang may attacks eh. For Loyola is more of the long ball nga, sinabi ng Samang Rick. But for Kaya, well, more patient build-up. Yan ang kailangan gawin ng Loyola.
Yes.
At the only thing though is alam natin na mabagal ang start parate ng ng Kaya. So if Loyola cannot take advantage of an early goal, that's when Kaya will be able to get their offense going. As here comes Loyola way from outside. I believe that was Matt Hartman.
Well, that one was better for Loyola.
Yes, but finishing was terrible. Medyo pwede pa niyang ipasa o ilapit ng konti pero Matthew Hartman lacking patience on offense.
Boli. Nancy Dagroh. Here's a shot. There it is, and it's a goal for Kaya Signal.
Kasabi natin, patient, build-up play. That's what Kaya showed us. Ang ganda ng play na yon, and that was a goal by Prince Boli in the opening 12 minutes of play. Nakita natin yung goalkeeper ng Kaya na si Saba running all the way back to celebrate with his teammates.
So, we all thought that we could see an early goal from Loyola Meralco Sparks, pero ang Kaya drawing first blood here in this match.
Ganda ng pasa ni Dagroh.
Yes.
Si Cortina gambling on defense there para sa tackle at sa trap ng bola. Boli makes him pay.
And it was just patient patient offense. Tulad nga ng sinasabi nyo kanina, it was just elementary offense coming from Kaya Signal FC.
There's no chance there for Gabby Vorbeck. Gabby Vorbeck, baptism of fire.
Oo.
These are two keepers na matagal lang din naglalaro. Okay, Vorbeck and
flag is raised. Berkey drawing a foul from Roxy Dorlas. And Nate Berkey drenched in the rain right now. And Roxy Dorlas on your screens is called for that foul.
Mga kasama, this is the first time that Loyola is down into this part of the match. So far, sila laging una nakaka-score. For the first time, yung kalabang koponan ang nakascore laban sa kanila.
And that could be something that might spell the doom para sa Loyola Meralco kasi they've never had to come back within a match. They have the pieces to do it, pero kaya ba nila at this point as Eric Dagroh from way out kicks it wide left.
ito naman yan, ano? It's a test of their character.
Yes.
Because if you want to be champion, you should learn how to score goals whether or not ikaw nauna o ikaw na ang huli nag-score ng goals.
Nakita natin prior to that goal by Boli. 5-pass attack of Loyola Meralco. The last one with Hartman. Poor shot selection, hindi na pinasa. Quick counter ang Kaya, pinatay sila.
Corner kick para sa Kaya as it was yung shot ni Eric Dagroh ay na-deflect kanina.
Sinong kuha ng corner?
Siyempre, Anton Del Rosario.
Indefatigable, Anton Del Rosario.
There's the
Bending
long
it.
cross.
Bending it.
Oh, Berkey kicking it right at Vorbeck.
Ako, lahat sila inspirado eh.
Oh.
Ang ganda ng kurba ng bola. Because last Saturday, they had a chance to play against Beckham. At ito naman, gusto nilang magpakita na, we learned a thing or two from David.
Jake Moralio looking for Phil Young husband.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. I'm not sure I like that. When your top striker has to go all the way back to the defensive third to bring up that ball, you have serious problems.
Yes.
There's something wrong with your attack.
And usually, si James yung husband yung gumagawa nun. He's the one that usually takes it up. He's the one that will find either Jake Moralio or Mark Hartman or even his brother, of course. Dagroh, chip shot, testing Vorbeck there.
Another interesting switch. Itong si James Young husband lumipat sa kabilang side, sa kabilang wing. Nandito sila ngayon ni Matthew Hartman. Kung si Anton nagfa-facilitate dito sa kanang side, si Dorlas naman sa kaliwa.
Oo.
Pero huli. Kasi ang problema, tumitigil dito sa midfielders, hindi maganda yung lagay sa forwards. Parang lahat gigil mag-goal.
Oo.
Nakita natin yung evolution of the attack. Alam mo, dati ang sinasabi natin creator or facilitator is a midfield. But now, in persons of Dorlas and Del Rosario, these are all defensive people in the back line. Sila kung facilitate ng attack.
Pero normally, hindi tama yun eh. Kasi sila yung tumutulong sa overlap. Ang nangyayari, kung sila pa nagpa-facilitate, parang, well, maganda din yun. But on the other hand, as a coach, you don't want that.
Here comes Loyola.
Maganda lagay kay Moralio.
Moralio binalik kay James Young husband. Moralio looking for Matt Hartman. Here's Mark Hartman now.
Maganda yung cross niya.
Oh, when it's cleared out, I believe that was Jason Sabio. Oh, and here's a dangerous spot. Oh, and then we got a foul, free kick. That was a bad tackle there for Kaya.
Sumabit si Lexton Moy.
These are players na magkakampi sa
Oo.
national team. Pero ngayong gabi, wala muna tayong kampihan because magkalaban tayo ngayon. We want to win to go to the final.
Hindi muna for country, for club muna.
club muna.
Club na Loyola Meralco Sparks sa Kaya. Lilinawin lang natin kung anong club ito. Aaron, be familiar with that?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Ryan.
Okay,
Matt Hartman and Mark Hartman rather and Phil Young husband talking about who will be taking this free kick. Andiyan na po yung wall ng Kaya. Everyone down for them as the ball hits the wall. Ball is loose. There's a kick! Oh, and it hits the crossbar!
Jake Moralio. Or was it Pat Zaita?
How close was
Jake
that?
Moralio. Jake Moralio.
How close was that, people?
That hit the top of the crossbar. And
Dexter Versario. That was Dexter Versario, by the way.
that could have been the equalizer.
Kung sa basketball, merong patayang butiki. Ito ay patay dun sa butiki sa crossbar. What a shot.
What a shot. It was beautifully placed. Just a little too high. And it had the nice power in that kick.
Just 2 inches na mababa ng
Oo.
konti. Goal na yun. And that would be one of the goals of the season definitely kung nakascore yun. But hindi.
Nate Berkey with the dummy play there. Great defense played by Loyola Meralco Sparks here. And kaya parang they're just trying to find that time na makikita nila na flat-footed bigla yung, yung mga defenders ng Loyola dito. And that's exactly what they did when they got their first goal.
Yes. But Loyola nagising na dahil sa goal na yon.
Long kick. Morbeck. Kanina pang tinetesting dito ng mga strikers ng Kaya.
Roxy Dorlas.
Looking for Mark. Mark Hartman with the ball. Long kick.
Onside!
Oh, and it's a great clearance there.
But I can say Kaya FC is really welcoming the return of their goalkeeper, Saba Sadegi.
Kaya trying to move forward again, pero it's cleared out by Loyola. Eric Dagroh and Roxy Dorlas fighting for the possession. Ito na naman si Prince Bowley. Balik na naman ang possession sa Loyola. Mapupunta sa labas. Throw in para sa Kaya Signal.
Taking too long, David Cortina. Imbis na pinasa sa kay Dorlas, nag-isip-isip pa. Ayan, na-dispossess, bola tuloy ng Kaya.
Lexon Moy to Anton Del Rosario. Chip pass to Eric Dagroh. Bowley to Dagroh inside the box. Turning, deflected. Oh, and it's almost another one by Prince Bowley.
You see the attacking intent ng Kaya and the quality of their passes as well. Ang ganda ng pasahan nila. And they're showing Loyola how it should be done. Ang ganda ng pasahan nila and just missing there over the crossbar.
20 minutes na po ang lumilipas dito sa first half natin. Ito po yung turn ni Eric Dagroh, deflected. And Prince Bowley, sabi niya kung yung tira ng Loyola kanina,